Okay, a lot of you asked about focus, and more importantly, how do you keep your focus throughout the round? So some of you had mentioned that you had struggled coming down 14, 15, 16, 16th hole, and you lose focus. So Ben, what's up with this focus, and how can we help people at home improve it?
Yeah, focus is a unique conversation, right? So let's get one thing clear first, is we don't recommend that you go try to focus for 5 hours. I'll say that one more time. We don't recommend you try to go focus for 5 hours. It's impossible, right? So you're gonna have to manage yourself in between the shots, but to go out there and think that you can do that, that's not gonna happen. So let's stop doing that. So let's start our conversation about maybe what we could do in between shots.
Yeah, so a little illustration here. The X's represent your shot, your T-ball. And then in the game, you wait for 5 minutes or 4 minutes, whatever, you're helping your buddies find their ball or whatever, and then your 8-iron, and then you wait. So really, what you do between the shots is what you can do to help yourself. Yeah. So what would you encourage people to do with this 3 to 4 to 5 minute gap?
Yeah, it's gonna depend where you're at in the round, right? So if things are going well and you're having fun and the round is just basically unfolding the way that you want, we would encourage you in between shots, go have some conversations with your playing partners, let your mind wander, enjoy the day, right? But if things maybe aren't going so well, the chemicals in your body are actually starting to change, you just don't know it. So you need to keep yourself out of fight or flight mode. So one of the things that I personally do in between the shots is I'll focus on belly breathing to make sure that A, my adrenaline levels stay low, and then B, if my mind does wander, it's not wandering towards negative things, right? Like hitting balls out of bounds, score, water, anything that's outcome driven. I'm trying to prevent that from happening.
So breathing would be one way that you help manage just focus. So you're not really like grinding hard as much as just focus on breathing. Another thing that I heard you say is talk to your buddies. We could talk about the Lions, just really enjoying the day, anything other than thinking about how to fix your golf swing, if you will, yeah? So just being social with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Anything else that we could do between the shots to help this focus?
There's a girl that we worked with for a long time. She's a very competitive player. She's runner-up in the Michigan Am. She's qualified for mid-Ams. One of the things that she does is she listens for the mower in between shots. So one of the things that prevents her from doing is it prevents her mind from wandering. So she's always listening to the mowers in between shots. Or you could just listen to the sounds outside your head if you wanted to, because that would prevent the mind from going to places you don't want it to go.
Very good. Last thing that I would add to it is, as far as keeping your focus for 5 hours, if you will, like Ben said, don't try to do it the whole time, but nutrition and hydration plays a role into this. So if you find yourself getting tired on the back nine, say keep the water up, and then good food, stay away from the sugar, stay away from the Coke. So if you're loading up on a Coke at the turn, there's going to be a crash on about hole 15. So nutrition comes into this. So nothing basic or nothing complicated, just stay away from the sugar mostly. Yeah. Very good. And then what could they do to improve the focus on the shots?
So with the shot, we have a procedure that most of our players follow when they come through the door, right? So it's called be prepared, be silent, be committed. And what you're really doing there in all three of those phases, the be prepared phase is when you're behind the ball, you're making sure that you're visualizing success and you're determining what one thing you're going to commit to. When you're walking into the shot, we call that the be silent phase. Your job is to go internally silent, and we have ways for you to do that. And then the third phase is going to be committed. Now your job is to stay committed to your one swing intention while being detached from the outcome. So what you're doing when you're out there is you're holding yourself accountable to all three of those phases on every golf shot you hit to make sure that you're not starting to focus on the inappropriate things that don't allow you to play your best golf.
Very good. So really focusing on doing your job, and these would be those three things that you just talked about.
Yep.
And then you got a job to do here on this first tee ball, and then you're going to take a break, talk to your friends about the Lions, what have you.
Yep.
Maybe do some breathing, and then engage here.
Yep.
So that's why Ben says don't try to focus for 5 straight hours, because you won't be able to. You wear yourself out, but when it's your turn to hit, you really have to engage with the playing procedure. You're going to have to know the steps. So we hope this helps you. Some different ideas for you to try as far as keeping your focus and being more engaged throughout the round. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.